Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lean Scale channel. It's Sakai here, and today I'm very excited to bring a tool that makes me a better admin. This tool actually solves two of the biggest problems we have with roll-up summary fields. Many times when I build the roll-up summary fields, they're very useful, but there are two key limitations that I hate, and this tool helps me go around these limitations and make my life easier in Salesforce. The first limitation that I'm bringing up in here with summary roll-up summary fields is I can't get like all child objects to roll up into the parent object. And then the second limitation is I just hate how you can really make the best use of filters. I feel like they are very limiting. Sometimes very useful, but most of the time it's very limiting in what we can bring into the filters. You can get like formula fields in it, so I have to always go around it and build a bunch of custom fields, spend a lot of time in making a simple thing, which I believe it's a simple thing that they could fix in Salesforce. But while we wait for them to get it fixed in Salesforce, let's dive into this new tool that I'm bringing. So you must be asking, why aren't you using Apex? First, I believe it's difficult to manage Apex on a day-to-day. And second of all, you have to know a little bit of Apex, right? If you don't, then I think this is a perfect solution for you. So without further ado, the name of the tool is called Declarative Lookup Rollup Summaries, or DLRS, and I'm gonna explain how to get the tool, how to use it, and extract the best out of it. Okay, let's start with a real-life scenario where we want to roll up contracts into account fields. With the out-of-the-box function roll-up summary field in Salesforce, you can't do that with contracts. But with DLRS, it's something that you can build, and I'm gonna show you how. Here at the testing company account, we do have two contract records, and we want to, roll up all the contract records, following up with the number of activated contract records. So let's see how it's done in DLRS. Once you install the app in Salesforce, you will need to click into the 9 dots and search for declarative lookup rollup summaries, or DLRS. In the main tabs, you can go ahead and click manage lookup rollup summaries. When you do that, your first screen is the create new screen, and that's the one where we are gonna roll up all contracts. So let's say all contracts in the name field. You're gonna provide also an API name here in the second field. Then into the lookup relationship, we are telling the system what's the parent account, followed with the child account. In this case, it's a contract. And then what's the relationship field between the two objects? That one is called account ID. So account ID makes the relationship between account and contract. Here in relationship criteria, we are not gonna add any because we want all contracts, right? So we don't need to put any type of criteria. Next, in the rollup details, we are gonna tell which field to aggregate. Since we want all the records, it's okay to put the ID, and then you can choose to how to use the order by, but we don't need that in here. This is mostly used when you go and select what kind of operation you want to perform. So sum, max, min, average. These are the ones you find in Salesforce rollup summary fields, but then everything else, it's something new. So in this case, we want just to count, and then we want to aggregate the field into number of contract records. You need to provide the API name of that field. So that one is number of contract records right here. Leave everything else blank, hit active, and then you're gonna tell the system what's the calculation mode. If it's real-time, scheduled, developer, or process builder. I never use those two. I only use real-time and scheduled. Let's hit schedule so you can see it, how it works, and then tell what's the sharing mode. I usually put system because I want DLRS to look at it, have the ability to see every record, right? Once that's done, you're gonna go on ahead and click save. Once you do that, the next step is clicking manage child trigger. When you do that, what actually DLRS is gonna do is install a few Apex codes that will run will help run the entire all the rollups for you. Once you see this code, there will be a button. I'm not sure if it's on top here or if it's right here, probably here. You're gonna go ahead and click install. Once you click install, you will see the update messages in here. It's gonna tell if it's something's been installed, status progress. Once everything is done, it's gonna probably say something similar to this, that Apex triggers or classes are installed. Once you are done, you can go back to the rollup summaries, go back to the all contract, and then we can perform a full calculate that's gonna only run once, and we are actually gonna make it to run faster by saying name is equal to testing, sorry, I think it's lowercase, testing company. You need to use SQL and then run the calculation job. It should be pretty much instantaneous. Once I refresh my page, we can see that it correctly calculated the rollup for me. If you want to schedule a calculation, because you don't really need it to run, I'd say, live, you can set up to be scheduled every month, every Tuesday, choose a day in the month, or if you want to do it to run every hour, you can also do that in here. So you choose what type of schedule you want, and of course you can filter who's gonna be part of the calculated job, right? Once you're done with that, hit schedule, and then it's gonna run every hour. In this case, it's gonna run every hour. So now we wanna go back and see all the activated contracts. So let's go ahead and create new. And let's say activated contract. Same as before, account contracts. The relationship field is account ID. And now we're gonna include a relationship criteria. So which fields you want to include in the logic. So it's gonna only actually consider, I need status to be activated. So I need all the statuses that equals to activated. You need to include that logic in as SQL language, and then also tell it that you use criteria fields, what criteria fields you're using in the logic. So the field is called status. And then if you have more of those, you just use comma and include more. Then everything else is the field that we need to aggregate. It's still ID. We are still using count, and then the end result will go into activated contract records field. So use the API field name, and then everything else should be same as before. Let's put into schedule and save. Once you created triggers and the Apex code for an object, you don't have to click here again because they are already created. So if you click, you'll see that everything is already installed. So I'm gonna go back. And then run a full calculation. So let's go and say we want it to run only to this specific account, testing company. So run full calculation. Once we are back to the account record, yeah, so it worked. So the number of activated contract records is 1. This is very correct. So I hope DLRS is helpful to you, helpful to make you a better admin, put all these crazy numbers in Salesforce and make everybody happy. With that, if you like, please hit the like button and subscribe for more lean scale technical videos. Thank you.